I have not bought one of these vitamin waters in so long. This is the flavor dragon fruit, and I used to always drink it. Probably back when I used to live in New York. Ooh, it's always been so sweet. Pick up Power C dragon fruit. This video is not sponsored. What's up guys, welcome back or welcome to the channel. If you're new, it's Sahara. I've seen this done a lot before, and I've also seen people that made me want to film this video. I have recently come across a lot of people that will always talk about their double chin, and now these girls can have chins that literally look like this, cut, okay, jawline popping, but will claim that they have a double chin. I'm just sitting here wondering how, where, what, when, where, why. I'm gonna show you guys my contour routine that actually helps a person with an actual full face, double chin, layers. I am not here to try to invalidate how someone feels about how they look, because I think we all have insecurities, and everyone has insecurities placed here, there, everywhere. If someone says that they have a double chin, then by George, jolly golly. I also did my brows. I applied my foundation, which is actually just a concealer. I used the same CoverGirl concealers that I used in my 90s telenovela look that I did. I will leave that in the cards. I am not going to be showing you guys my full bronzer collection just yet, because there's still a couple of products that I still want to purchase in the bronzer category. I know when it comes to contouring versus bronzing, everyone always wants to know, well, what's the difference? So contour is supposed to really create a shadow that's supposed to give you more of that sculpted look, and bronzer is supposed to bring warmth to the skin and just, you know, all over warm glow. Think more like gray tones with contour and like orange, brown, red tones when it comes to bronzer. I don't like using a gray tone bronzer. I feel like it could pull too ashy, especially if you have warm tones, neutral tones. If you have medium to deeper skin tone, it can look very, very ashy, and that's not the move. Okay, that's not the look. That's not the vibe. I actually have neutral undertones in my skin tone, but you can also use that in a bronzer. And I have two cream bronzers that I'm going to be using today that are neutral undertone, which just means both consist of warm and cool tones just to mix them together. And I feel like it still does the job of contouring without being too cool, too warm. It's the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Honey Drip. So e.l.f. recently launched a whole bunch of putty bronzers. It's like that perfect in-between tone that can still give you a nice contoured look. So, oh shoot. I like to go in with these BH Cosmetics brushes. These are both from the gold set. So this one is a brush that is more pinched, and it has that angle to it, and it still has thickness to it, so it just really applies good. You can see that pretty good. It's another small one just like this one, but this one has a more flat and a little bit more fluffy type of look to it, but it's still small and it's angled, so this can help you blend it out. Putty bronzer, and just apply that strip. I go down the sides, and I always make sure to bring it up here. I never start here and just connect it that way. I think it will look crazy just to have it down that way. But again, depending on how you want your nose to look, that's how you're going to contour. But I always make sure to connect it back up to here. And then sometimes I will just take the contour around here, which kind of does the illusion of cutting off the tip of the nose so it doesn't look really long. I mean, I don't have a long nose to begin with, but I just do it anyway. So then we can go ahead and take the flat brush and just blend it out, and I just kind of push it into the sides. You don't want to take it down too far, because that would make it look, your nose appear bigger, and that's not the look that we're going for. So you just kind of want to push it in. And if anything, push it this way, because you can always go in with concealer to clean it up. Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer in the shade Teddy. Now Teddy is another bronzer that is cream, and it's also a neutral tone. So you can see that it's very similar to the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. So this is e.l.f. I think what it is that Fenty is just a little bit deeper than e.l.f. Because see, you can see Fenty more than you can see e.l.f. Like e.l.f. disappears. Fenty is just a deeper shade, which of course it is, because Fenty knows how to do shades. And that's the tea. Well, let me put these brushes away. I don't want it messing up my table. For bronzer on the face, I like to go in with a brush that's broke. I need to hot glue all of my brushes that are broke back together. The e.l.f. Sculpting face brush, and I really like this brush because not only does it have an angle, but it's also thin. You can see that thin part to it that still has enough fluff that you can apply and blend. Actually, I'm just going to take the other half of this off. I'm just going to dip it into the bronzer. I like to start by applying back here, and then I'll just bring it down just a little bit. I know a lot of people will tell you to apply back here and blend it down and stop right about here with your blending, but when you have a puffier face right here, you want to kind of blend it down. You don't want to kind of blend it down in an angle like that, but you still want to blend it down to contour this part right here. Now again, like I said, everyone's face shape is different, so how you apply and blend is going to be different, but if you have something similar to what I have, then you're going to want to do something like this. I like to apply it right in this angle right here, because you can see that, hopefully you can't see that my nose is running. After I apply it in that line, then I will just kind of blend it back. I don't blend it upwards, you just want to blend it backwards into down here. You can continue to blend with this brush, which is fine. Or you can take your foundation brush. I use the Japanese 709 brush, and I really like this brush because it has like this angle to it, like it looks like a triangle shape, and it really helps to blend the concealer under your eyes. But you can blend the bronzer out too with your foundation if it's too harsh, but still kind of blending it upwards, because you never want your contour to look like you're dragging it down, but you want to contour that part down here too. Okay, and see, as you can see, this is why I said see, as you can see. So this is why I said that when you have a full face, it's very important to blend it down here, because as you can see, it gives that cut look. If I would have kept it back here, it wouldn't have done much of anything. Of course, if you have a big head, forehead, 5 head, you can contour around here as well, but everyone knows my hairline goes all the way down. And the funniest part is, a girl tried to diss me on here about my hairline. She was like, she commented, she was like, why do you have hair growing out of your forehead? Ha ha ha, like she did a laughing emoji. And I replied to her, it's because it keeps me from having a big 4 to 5 head like everyone else. So you can try to diss me, but the funniest part is when people contour their foreheads, they contour the shape of my hairline. So, you know, when you see people contour and they're like this, God was like, they may diss you, but I'ma bless you. Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush in a shade Daiquiri Dip. I'm just going to take my same brush that I used for contour and cream contour and just use this, which is probably why I look so dirty now, because I've done that a lot. You do not need a lot, so this is one of those products that you'd you'd probably want to blend out on the back of your hand. I noticed that anytime I take pictures, my cheeks look so full and like forward in the picture. The best thing to do with blush in general is to keep it back here. Like I said, you want to blend the contour down here. You don't want to do that for blush, because blush and highlighter brings things forward. And I just tap a little bit right here, take my foundation brush and finish blending that out. I don't put it on the apples of the cheek. So this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Prosecco Pop, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow in the shade Oyster. So I just use both of these because ABH is still available, but Becca is no longer available. Sometimes people can get a little annoyed if you use a product that's not available anymore, so I just mix both of these on the back of my hand. ABH Oyster is a little bit more of like a pink tone. Prosecco Pop is a little bit more like a gold champagne tone, so I just mix it and it gives me the best shade. For highlighter, no matter if it's cream, not cream, but liquid and powder, I use the Morphe M501 brush, this little fluffy brush. This is the best highlighter brush. This is the best highlighter blush. This is the best highlighter brush that you can use. I've never had highlighter lift my foundation up after applying powder when using this. Now, when it comes to applying highlighter on the cheeks, I go crazy. I mean, I bring it all the way down here too, which, like I said, you probably shouldn't, but I just always love highlighter and never been afraid to use it. So I'm just gonna blend it all the way down. I'll use my finger, but since we're applying cream, let's see, I'm just going to take this brush. It's just a little detail brush. And something that I notice when it comes to highlighting, sometimes I don't like to take it all the way down, so I may just keep it right here at the top, hit the tip, and that's it. And that'll also help to give a slim appearance as well in here. Just a little bit, because when it comes to the chin, I don't like highlighting right there anymore because I feel like it can make it look, there's a brush hair on me. I feel like it can make it look wider around here when you highlight your chin. So I don't really highlight there anymore, and if I do, then I'll just use a liquid and then set it with powder. This Black Radiance, I don't use a specific powder, but a powder that I refrain from using under the eyes, the Fenty Pro Filter powder. This one is drying. I don't even think I applied enough concealer. For the brush to set under my eyes, I really enjoy using the e.l.f. Small Tapered brush. I'm just going to set with the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Banana. For face powder brush, I like to use the Japanese one. I should have washed these brushes first, but I like to use this fluffy one. It's so nice for setting the face with powder. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I just go ahead and just lightly set everywhere. Oh, this Fenty one smells good. Okay, and you can even still see the glow even after setting it. Let's make sure everything is set really good. Always make sure it's set really good so when you go to apply your powder products, it doesn't drag and lift anything up. For powder bronzer, because that's what I usually start with, I go from bronzer, blush to highlighter. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie Bronzer, and this one has a more warm tone. It kind of looks a little neutral, but it's actually warm. For powder brush, I don't really have a specific powder brush that I like. If anyone has any powder brush recommendations, please let me know. Any bronzer brushes that you recommend, let me know. I'm just going to dab in there just once because this is very pigmented. And I'm just going to pretty much just bronze up where I contour to. And down here too. Is it just me or is this Fenty bronzer ain't showing up to, hold on. Okay. Yeah, it is showing up. This is the Black Radiance brush. This was a dupe for the NARS Ita brush, which I don't think either one of them are available anymore. I'll be using the Juvia's Place Bronzer Duo in the shade Medium. And I'm only going to be using... Oop. Oh my gosh, I dug my finger right into it. Okay. I'm only going to be using... Somebody help. This one right here, because this one, as you can see, is lighter. This one is too red. So then I'm just going to take it on the side of the nose. And see, this is why I said that this brush is not like a must-have, because you can see I'm struggling to get it up here. So that's why it's like, if you have it, good, great. If you can find it, good, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. The ABH Blush Trio in the shade Peachy Love. And for the brush, I'm going to be using the Japanese 961 brush. This brush is the perfect blush brush. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to take all three of these. And again, like I said, you can kind of still see the blush peeking through. But if you want that powder version of it, again, apply it the exact same way. Don't bring it too far down here. And you can also kind of bring it in up here if you like that look of that sunburnt look. I used to like that too. You just apply it higher, don't apply it low. Apply it higher, like right under your eyes. I'm just going to use the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo in the shade Mean Money and Hustle Baby. Again, apply it on the high points. And don't take it too far down. And you could take your finger and again apply it on the nose. Take a little bit of this highlighter and apply it in the inner corner. And brow bone. Just to clean this up, I like to take typically a sponge, but I guess I could just use this brush for actually Black Radiance brush for today. I just take a little bit of powder, tap off the excess, and then take it along here. Take this brush this way, and you can easily clean it up along here like that. And this is if you feel like you brought your bronzer down too far. If you felt like you brought your contour too far down on your nose, then just tap this along the side. Alright, so this is the completed look. I just went ahead, braided my hair. I didn't cornrow because I can't cornrow. I braided it forward, took some pieces, and then I put my little hair jewelry in it, slicked my edges down, and put these long earrings on. I don't know, I just went with the vibe. And you can see my braid right here. The type of workout that I do that can help. Ta-da! This item, this thing, was very controversial when it launched. I don't know if that's why it's not available anymore. I think I had bought it at the Dollar Tree in their As Seen on TV section years ago. This shake weight really does help. It definitely works to slim down the face and to help tone the upper body as well. You can't really lose weight in specific places. I don't know, somebody said that online, and they was like, you really have to lose all over body fat and worry more about your stomach, which will help you lose the rest of your body fat. But no, that's a lie. I use this and I definitely notice a difference to help slim down, because it really works that area. Just need to smooth out the sides of my sideburns right here. It's like when you do your makeup, you can't really slick down your sideburns because it'll slick down over makeup and it just does not work. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was very informative. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!